Hey guys, welcome to the first, good video I'm putting effort into on this channel. As I'm sure you've already seen by the thumbnail and stuff,
yes,
I'm reviewing the best movie of all time. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a little indie film called, The Adventures of Clutch Powers.
Ooh.
Which, if you didn't know, is the first Lego movie on DVD.
Oh,
and I'm pretty sure
the other ones were on VHS.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only place you can find this thing is on DVD because it was never released in theaters.
It was straight to DVD.
It was.
It didn't deserve that, though.
Man, is it a good movie.
This was the government trying to keep it down. They knew it would incite a revolution upon the people if they saw The Adventures of Clutch Powers in the big screen.
Oh, yeah.
That's my theory.
The 7- and 8-year-olds of the early 2000s would go absolutely nuts. I mean, look at this guy. He's driving a super cool car. He's fighting wizards.
And there's this guy with weird hair.
Yeah, we'll talk about him more later when we get to the characters. But if you want to pause right now, there's a summary of the movie right here. I'm going to give my own one that's probably better than that, so you got to stick around for that crap. Also, for all you hardcore parents out here, it's not rated, but it might as well be rated R because you've got to be very mature to get this humor. It is 1 hour and 22 minutes long, and every single second of it is pure enjoyment. Alright, so, the beginning of the movie, Clutch Powers, he shows up to this cave that's full of all these power crystals, right? And who knows what he needs them for. He shows up in this goofy-looking thing. You can see it on screen. And I don't know what he needs these crystals for, but he gives them to a bald guy.
He is a very bald man. He's got a beard, and he looks very angry.
Yeah, he gives off the same vibes as Simon Cowell, which, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. But anyways, so he's looking for crystals, and he's picking them out, and he's going bigger and bigger and bigger with them, and they're getting brighter, and he's like, yes, I found the best one. So he picks it up, and that awakens this crazy-looking rock monster, which is really cool because it's actually one of the Power Miner sets from the early 2000s into the 2010s. And so the rock monster chases him around, and I think it's called the Crystal King, which is a pretty good name in my opinion, and chases him around, and he's breaking things, and he's about to escape. When he gets cornered, he's in this cave, and the crystal he's holding, which, I don't know how he's holding it. He must be jacked. It
turns into a baby.
It's a baby. And so he feels bad, and he's like, ah, crap. I can't even keep this thing. It's ugly, and I don't like it. So he gives it back to the mom, which, sure, whatever. Cool opening to give him compassion and crap. And, the crystal monster guy, sure. Rips off part of his flesh and gives it to Clutch Powers. It's called the Crystal King.
But you said it was the mom.
I don't care. Continuity in these videos doesn't matter. So he rips off part of his shoulder or whatever, gives it to Clutch Powers so that he can satisfy the needs of Simon Cowell. Alright, so after Clutch Powers gets out of this crystal cave, he's got the crystal, he's going to meet up with Simon Cowell, Lego Bald Man, right? And his giant Lego headquarters building, it's like a skateboard ramp, it's crazy. So he's driving through the city to the most incredible song that has ever been made. It is so catchy, I'll play it now. I probably played it now. Anyways, so he's driving through, and it's just crazy. Everyone's going crazy over Clutch Powers. All the girls are screaming, all the guys are screaming. Everyone's just having a great time. He's committing felonies. He's busting through billboards. He's jumping his car. It's awesome. So he shows up at this Lego headquarters, right? And there's this scientist dude there, and he's got this little airplane thingy, and he shows them. And the team shows up. Now the team consists of 4 people. Clutch Powers, of course. Brick. What a great name. Peg. And Bernie. Bernie is funny. Brick is the coolest guy ever to be put to film.
He's got an awesome mustache, I might add.
His mustache is crazy.
It's impeccable.
I will put a picture of him in right about now. I bet I put a picture of him in right there. And it's just crazy. Peg is meh. Clutch Powers is the second coolest guy ever put to film. And it's just a great team overall. They're all very funny, surprisingly. Like, I didn't think any of the jokes would land after so long. Like, last time I watched this before this week was probably 6-7 years ago. So I wasn't expecting too much. But it actually is funny. Alright, so the first mission in the movie is kind of crazy. They go to
a space planet in space.
Yep, and it's in space, and they go there. They travel through space. And Brick, he's driving. Great driver. Never goes easy. Full gas, gas, gas the whole way. Crazy, cool dude. I'll put a picture of him in right now. And Bernie's complaining like a little crybaby again. He does that throughout the whole movie. Just ignore that. You'll get over it. I don't know where Peg is. She's kind of Clutch Powers is in the back. He's reading this journal that his dad left him. I don't know why it's in the movie. It comes up one other time, I think. Maybe? Maybe. Yeah, one other time in the very end. But that's it. This movie doesn't have a lot of depth. That's probably why. And they land on the space planet, right? And they're in space. And they go into the space facility on the space planet. And so earlier, I forgot to mention this. Brick ordered some double garlic pizza, and he burps it up. I don't know what else there is to say.
No, he didn't burp it up. That sounds like he threw it up. He burped, and it made the air toxic because they had like an air scanner to make sure they could breathe.
Scan the air.
Yeah, to analyze the air, and then he burps, and it becomes toxic on the thing. I don't even know how that's possible.
I don't either. Bulk air, $2 at Costco. And anyways, so they find the jail cell, and everyone's all broken out and everything, and Clutch Powers sees something that reminds him of his dad. It's a symbol, Omega. And then out of nowhere, this is crazy. This just goes to show how crazy this movie is. A freaking evil wizard shows up and just wrecks house. Just they're flying all over. He's like shooting them with lasers, and he's giggling the whole time. It's so funny. And meanwhile, Clutch Powers is in the corner dying, and they're all dying. And then the wizard just leaves for no reason.
He like throws them into the cells.
Yeah, and then they just kind of get out.
And then the magic just kind of like wears off.
Yep, it's ranged magic. So then the wizard steals their spaceship and breaks all the other spaceships.
Because Brick didn't lock it.
Yep, he didn't lock it. Bernie left the key in the ignition. And so yeah, they all have to build a new ship, but they all suck at it, so Clutch Powers breaks it, because he's the second coolest guy. And he builds them a new one, and right after that, they fly to Magic Kingdom Space Planet. And that's where Mission 2 starts. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, so the second adventure that our amazing cast and crew goes on is to the very cool planet of the mystical, magical people, and the skeleton people, and the wizard guy. So the group kind of splits up. It goes Clutch on his own to go find the prince, whatever his name is. Do you remember?
I think it was like Vanguard or something.
Yeah, Prince like Call of Duty. And
pretty sure that's what it was.
It was something. I'll Google it later. I'll put it on there. And so, and then the other group, which is Brick, Bernie, and Peg. And so Peg and Bernie and Brick, they go to build like this thing to attack the castle of evil skeleton dudes. And Clutch goes on his adventure.
And he is he's met by this giant troll.
Yes.
And the troll's like, so you're the real Clutch Powers. And then he asks him 3 riddles.
After he asks him to build him a whole bridge. Just a bridge. Why not? I don't remember any of the riddles.
Yeah, I don't remember the riddles either.
Yeah, one of them was like, can you build a bridge? So, he makes him build it. And then Peg goes off and does her own stupid thing and finds a dragon or whatever. They find a troll guy with some socks. Oh yeah, there's these 2 side characters who are both skeletons. And they're idiots. And they're the funniest part of this movie, hands down. And no one can convince me otherwise. I can't recall anything they say, because this movie, frankly, is very forgettable except the soundtrack. But they are funny. They're just stupid funny. And them alone makes this movie worth watching.
So, Clutch Powers goes to train Prince Call of Duty, and he's like, I'm not good with the sword, man!
Yeah, that's his whole character development
is I suck. That's his whole character, period. Is the guy sucks.
Yeah. And he's a whiny, and his haircut sucks. Prince Call of Duty sucks. And he has a sucky haircut, and that's his whole character. Oh yeah, he's also the son of a king or something.
King Vanguard.
King Vanguard. King Black Ops.